12 rounds for the WBC Interim Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Ladies and gentlemen, it's go time! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, the reigning defending champion. He weighed in at 153.8 pounds. As a professional, his impressive record stands with 24 victories, 1 defeat, 23 of those wins coming by way of knockout. From Vinnytsia, Ukraine, now living, training, and fighting out of Los Angeles, please welcome the reigning defending champion, the Ukrainian monster, Serhii Bohachuk. His opponent is the undefeated challenger out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 153.8 pounds. As a professional, his record is perfect. 21 bouts, 21 victories, 21 wins coming by way of knockout. He wears blue with white and gold and hails from Grand Prairie, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, Vergil Ortiz Jr.
I want everybody to get out the ring. All right, you can bring him out. Come on, champ. Okay, boxers, you received your instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times, touch gloves. Good luck. Thank you.
Well, if you like violence, you've picked the right show to tune in for. Two men who only know knockouts, one way or another, who have asked one another to meet me in the center of the ring. Two men ready to slug it out. Round one of our main event. Serhii Bohachuk, the defending interim champion in the black trunks with the colors of the Ukrainian flag. And Vergil Ortiz, you see him in the blue and gold firing that right hand over the top immediately.
Yeah, Bohachuk started with that, a slow jab, and Vergil quickly countered over the top. Great head movement right now by Vergil.
See Bohachuk already back to what we expect from him. All offense all the time. His offense is his defense. Just keep his hands moving. Ortiz is a little bit more judicious in his punch output, but nearly everything he throws, Gabe, is heat.
Yes. You know, there's no shots wasted with Vergil. And even though Bohachuk has more volume, Vergil's slipping and rolling the shots, and he's countering good.
Very relaxed stance from Ortiz on the outside. And we mentioned the familiarity of these two. Bohachuk, a former Ortiz sparring partner, as Ortiz tries to walk him into a left hook.
Whoa!
Nice shot over the top, but that will be ruled a slip. And you see the smile from both fighters. The right hand seemed to connect, but clearly the footwork issue, the bigger issue at play there, as ruled by referee Harvey Dutz.
You know, whoa, that was a great right hand by Bohachuk. You see, right now, what I see Bohachuk's doing is he's applying pressure because he wants Vergil to throw shots. He wants Vergil to throw these shots and catch him in between.
He's now wading his way to the inside, gets caught by a couple uppercuts by Bohachuk, who's just slinging those left hooks as well.
Man, these guys ain't wasting no time.
This is looking exactly as promised. French on the inside.
Oh, that shot buckled him. He's hurt. Bohachuk's hurt by the overhand right.
And now Ortiz going back downstairs to the body. Bohachuk just trying to smother Ortiz and maybe work through the effects of that shot.
Bohachuk's legs are wobbled. He doesn't have his legs under him right now.
Ortiz said, go ahead and meet me in the center of the ring. You said you can take my punches. Ortiz daring him to do so right now.
That clubbing overhand right by Vergil is knocking off the equilibrium of Bohachuk. He's rocking him with that shot.
See the power of Ortiz moving the feet of Bohachuk. Nice uppercut from Bohachuk right at the bell. Now let's take a look back at this shot that was not ruled a knockdown.
You know, it landed.
Oh boy.
It landed.
And we just heard referee Harvey Dock lean over to the commission and ask, do we have to go to a replay on that? They said no.
Yeah, but you know, right there in that replay, he did get hit with the shot.
Yeah, that may have been,
it's one of those,
that looked like a knockdown.
Yeah, it's one of those balance shots. But then, you know, Vergil got up and he hurt Bohachuk with a big overhand right.
So the firefight has begun here in Las Vegas. Nice uppercut there from Ortiz.
Well, one thing with Vergil is his last two fights haven't gone past the first round. So, you know, right here, Bohachuk is testing him. So we're going to see how Vergil does as far as his conditioning in this new weight division.
See the punch output in the high 70s. Nice body shot there from Ortiz as Bohachuk tries to fire back. A chopping right hand from Ortiz. Coming through again.
Vergil keeping that defense tight, looking for an opening.
There's just a nervous tension about this fight, Gabe. Both men just throwing bombs nonstop.
Oh, this is do or die for both these guys. This fight is big. Wow, great right hook to the body by Vergil.
Bohachuk trying to come back with a right hand to the body of his own. Ortiz starting to back up Bohachuk and he breaks through with a nice uppercut.
Looks like Vergil got a cut over the nose.
Ortiz corner. Robert Garcia asking for more jabs, telling him to keep the jab going.
See what you see Bohachuk right now doing is applying pressure, letting his hands go, but he's not committing to the shots. Because what he wants to do is just lure in Vergil into this firefight.
Yeah, and this is some of the nuance that we've seen from Bohachuk. He presents as just a pure pressure fighter, but he can counter off the front foot. He's looking to set up those traps through volume.
Absolutely.
Keep your hand down.
You know, it's kind of like he's tapping away. You think you're safe, and the next thing you know, he lands the big shot.
Ortiz looking for a short right hand. That was caught on the gloves of Bohachuk a moment ago. Did get an audible gasp out of the audience here, but now Ortiz back to the basics, just popping the jab. And this is the posture from Ortiz that we haven't seen a lot of. Lead hand down, looking a little slick on the outside.
Yeah. You know, he's versatile. He can do a little bit of everything.
Bohachuk banging away to the body with the right hand, but that's a better body shot from Ortiz.
That was a great angle by
Huge right hand from Ortiz right at the bell.
Seconds out.
Right here, Vergil rolling some shots.
Wait.
Setting up Bohachuk with that left hook to the body.
Wait for the bell.
Doubling up on it. Great body work by Vergil.
It's round 3 underway. Absolute slugfest here between Bohachuk and Ortiz, as expected. And normally we start talking about that missed knockdown in the opening round and what that might have in terms of an effect on the scorecards, but we have no expectation that we are going to the scorecard.
Yeah. And you know, I like what Vergil's doing right now. Boxing, setting traps, setting that counter up top with the right hands.
See Ortiz outlanding Bohachuk 53-32 according to CompuBox. Nice body shot again from Ortiz, who's just squaring up, walking Bohachuk down in the early portions of this round.
You know, one thing Bohachuk needs to do is he needs to start landing to the body. Try to slow Vergil down. You know, Vergil's just applying pressure, boxing when he wants. Bohachuk needs to throw more body shots. He's headhunting too much.
Two battering rams meeting head-to-head here. Ortiz doing a little of what Bohachuk likes to do, just outright smothering pressure, and he's getting the better of these exchanges at the moment.
Yeah, and that's one thing Vergil told us is he said, I'm going to dictate the pace. He's not going to back me up. I'll box when I want to box. I'll apply pressure when I want to apply pressure, and that's what he's doing. See right here, Bohachuk needs to throw shots to the body. Headhunting way too much.
Ortiz swimming underneath those hooks from Bohachuk, explicitly targeting the body, and then looking for those uppercuts through the middle.
And you can see that body of Bohachuk is starting to get red, even the arm. Vergil keeps gripping that left hook to the body.
Hard right hand over the top, but back comes Bohachuk in combination. Inside the final minute of round 3.
Whoa.
Every minute of this fight is taking a harsh physical toll on both men.
See, Corey, the difference of these guys trading right now is that Vergil has leverage on his punches, where Bohachuk is more of arm shots. So Vergil's getting the better of the exchange.
Bohachuk trying to spin Ortiz around, try and get that leverage back. Ortiz not allowing it.
Wow,
big uppercut from Ortiz. Right hand to the body as well. This body tack is absolutely relentless.
Nice.
Stiff jab there from Bohachuk. Ortiz falls short with a home run right hand. Good combination on the inside from Ortiz, and that'll do it for round 3.
Right here, Vergil setting up a great overhand right, and then finishing with that left hook to the body. And you know, Bohachuk he's throwing shots, but there's no leverage on it.
Well, interesting advice in the Bohachuk corner a moment ago as round 4 begins. Gabe, what do you think about that advice? They're telling him, throw the uppercut first, then go to the body, trying to give him a little bit of a strategy for these inside moments.
Yeah, and that's great advice because the uppercut is a decoy shot. The uppercut is to set up the hook to the body. And in Vergil's corner, Robert's asking him, don't try too hard, right. It's gonna come to you. You're trying too hard, it's gonna come to you. Just let your hands go.
See Ortiz loosening up a little bit here in the early going of round 4, popping that jab out.
Nice head movement by Vergil.
With more on Bohachuk's corner, let's send it over to Beto Duran.
And Manny Robles is telling them, remember, it's a marathon. They said that they want him to chop wood, to stay consistent, but stay with the game plan. They're giving him instructions in Russian. Also, they were telling him, Corey, body, uppercut. They feel like they can find a home for that uppercut for Bohachuk, but Manny Robles is telling his fighter, stay focused right now.
Thank you so much, Beto. Bohachuk having some moments here in round 4. The busier the two fighters at this point in the round. He tries to come over the top of the right hand. Ortiz almost exclusively jabbing this round.
Yeah. And you know, one thing is when Vergil's boxing off the back foot, he's looking for that counter right hand off the top, whether it's straight or an overhand. He's backing it inside because Bohachuk wasn't giving him that counter. So now he's working back in the inside.
It's body work from Bohachuk, obeying the orders of his corner.
That was a nice left hook right there by Bohachuk.
Short hooks on the inside as well.
Ooh, great
tight work of Bohachuk. Starting to break through here in round 4.
Stop.
Bohachuk very composed in these high-volume slugfests. Continuing to chip away This has been a pretty good round for Bohachuk comparatively.
Stay off his hand, both of you.
Yeah, it's a pretty even round. Good jab by Vergil.
Counter jab over the top there from Ortiz.
There's that overhand right counter.
That's the one he's looking for.
Take another deep breath right away. Deep breath, all right? Touch him.
You know, right here, Vergil has him against the rope, and he's setting up the chopping shots up top to then finish off to the body.
Seconds out.
And Bohachuk had a pretty good jab right there, but
You
right
okay?
there you see Vergil quickly counters over the top.
I'm gonna call time. Time. Over here. Hang on a second. Hang on.
All right, we are just getting word that knockdown that initially was not called a knockdown has been overruled. They've looked at instant replay, and now that was a knockdown in the first round. So, 10-8 round for Serhii Bohachuk in round 1.
You know, that was a good call, because it definitely was a knockdown.
We see instant replay doing its job here in the sport of boxing. The crowd
taking a little too long.
Yeah, the live audience clearly is not hip to what's going on here right now. They just want the action to resume.
And this long break, who does it benefit? You know, it's a high-paced fight. This break is pretty long.
First round, we got a knockdown. That's going to be considered from the first round.
Okay,
Yeah, that was the review.
Right.
Yep. Hang on. You got it. You good.
There you go. Well, you see Bohachuk's corner. They want to just get the action going here. So there we go. Call overturned officially. With Bohachuk scoring a knockdown on Vergil Ortiz in round 1.
You know, when Vergil's doing this and he's setting traps, he's looking for that counter over the top, that right-hand counter.
Ortiz said throughout the week that he felt that he would be a little on edge in this fight. He categorized it as a good thing. He said, I'm on edge when I feel challenged. But clearly his corner is trying to suppress that a little bit. They're trying to get him to relax.
Yeah, you know, this is a big fight. Bohachuk is game. He's coming. He's walking him down, applying pressure. He's taking some big shots as well.
Ortiz again just bullying Bohachuk back to the ropes. Head down, hands down, targeting the body.
And Bohachuk, he's keeping the defense a lot more tighter now.
We expected this to potentially be the toughest test of Ortiz's career.
Wow, that was a good uppercut by Bohachuk.
Excellent uppercut for Bohachuk. I think what we are seeing is that in Ortiz's career previous to this, he creates anxiety in his opponents immediately. The movement, the threat of that power, you can see it in his opponents. You're not seeing that in the body language of Bohachuk. Even in rounds that he's not winning, you're not seeing him flustered by what's going on.
Absolutely, and that is that he knows Vergil. You know, like, he understands what Vergil brings to the table and he's prepared for it.
Right hand to the body as Ortiz's corner asking for more combinations.
Stop. You going down. Don't sling it. All right, good.
Hand to the body again from Ortiz. Goes in on the final 30 seconds of this round. You know, we asked the question, what would familiarity do to this fight? I think we're seeing, listen, Gabe, every fighter has patterns, and clearly these two know one another's.
Yeah.
And so you're seeing, I think particularly in Ortiz, him having to do different things than we've seen him do in the past.
For sure. And you know, and the thing is, it's like Robert said, stop trying so hard, just let it come to you.
Nice right hand over the top. That one
Great
sent
jab to the
Bohachuk
body.
on his heels temporarily, and it bombs away once again right to the bow. All right, so this was the round 1 knockdown that was initially ruled a slip, has now been overturned by instant replay here in Nevada.
Yeah, that was a shot in the equilibrium, ear shot. You know, it's one of those shots that kind of knocks your balance off quickly, but Vergil recovered right away.
When you're going inside, you're letting them hit. Even if you have your hand up, it's making it look bad. You hear me? Okay.
Here are the instructions in Vergil Ortiz's corner. We pointed out that there were times when Ortiz is going to the inside with his hands low because he's targeting the body. They're warning him, hey, keep those hands up.
The hands up. Because, you know, Bohachuk is getting stronger as the fight goes on.
Clubbing right hand there from Bohachuk a moment ago. Round 6 is underway. Bohachuk looking for one of those uppercuts that his corner asked for a couple of rounds ago.
And one thing Bohachuk's doing is when he's jabbing, he's bringing that hand right back immediately, protecting himself from the overhand counter that Vergil's been landing. So Bohachuk is making adjustments. He's thinking in there. Now Bohachuk is the one that's smothering Vergil, taking away the counters.
Well, this is what Bohachuk promised. He said that he would make constant adjustments throughout this fight.
And his defense is nice and tight. You know, he's protecting himself from the short shots that Vergil was landing earlier.
Let's send it over to Beto Duran, who's in the Ortiz corner.
And then with Robert Garcia, what do you like so far?
Oh, I think we you know, he's got to continue using the jab. He's boxing really good with the jab, you know, making him miss, but he's got to keep throwing the jab. You know, the last round waited a little and didn't throw too many jabs, and it could have been a very close round.
Is this exactly what you expected?
No, this guy's very tough. You know, we already knew he was tough. You know, we expected a very tough fight, but you know, Vergil's very strong. So he keeps going. You know, he's not going to stop.
The first round was ruled a knockdown for Bohachuk. What'd you tell him?
No, well, it's part of boxing. You know, nothing we could do anymore. We can't change the scorecard, so we got to keep going. There's nothing we can say anymore. It was scored a knockdown, so we just got to live with it.
You think you're winning?
I think we're winning. Yes.
How do you finish this?
We keep going, keep throwing the jab, keep fighting smart, keep fighting smart. If the knockout comes, it comes, but keep throwing the jab.
Thanks, Robert.
Interesting analysis there from Robert Garcia. Maybe the first time Garcia has ever said that, hey, we might have to go to the scorecards and win a fight here with Vergil Ortiz. Stiff jab there from Ortiz a moment ago. See the posture of Bohachuk really carrying that left hand high, protecting from that overhand right that Ortiz has been trying to line up for a couple of rounds now.
Yeah, and Bohachuk just lined up Vergil for a good right hand off the top. Bohachuk has a nice stiff jab that he's starting to use. Every time he steps forward, he steps in with that stiff jab. Right here when there's distance, he closes the distance quickly with a jab.
Nice uppercut from Ortiz, though. There were a couple of body shots in that sequence also.
Stop. Stay off his head.
Ortiz has been spending less time in there as of late.
Stay off his head.
As the punch output of Bohachuk just does not stop. So these two go back to work, Bohachuk and Ortiz, in this WBC interim super welterweight title fight. The defending champion Bohachuk, the challenger Vergil Ortiz. We heard earlier on the broadcast from Turki Al-Sheikh saying that he wants Ortiz versus Terrence Crawford next if Ortiz could get through this fight, which is not a guarantee, as Bohachuk is absolutely bringing it in this fight.
Yeah, a lot of these rounds are close rounds. You know, Vergil earlier in the fight was dominating, but these middle rounds right here are pretty close. And, you know, that's props to Bohachuk, who's making adjustments. Right there, that's a good setup shot by Vergil. right uppercut and then left hook to the body. Nice left hook by Vergil.
That's the counter left hook that Ortiz has used to score so many knockouts on his way up.
Right there, you see Bohachuk doubling up the right hand.
All right, let's get word from the Bohachuk corner. Let's send it back over to Beto Duran.
And Manny Robles, the head trainer, said talk to Edgar Hassel, number 2, but they work in unison. Esita, what do you see from your fighter?
I mean, we like what you know how he's working. He's throwing those good uppercuts. We want him to stay a little closer and work the uppercuts and the body a little bit more.
Earlier, Manny told me that you guys told Bohachuk that it's the marathon. You got to chop wood. You got to get after it. Are you guys sticking to the game plan?
Yeah, of course. You know, we got to work that body. You know, that everybody knows that you chop wood and the head will fall. So, you know, little by little, he's working. I feel like Vergil's getting a little bit tired, and Bohachuk's gonna take over.
This is the kind of fight you guys expected?
Yes, of course. You know, we knew we were in for a great fight. You know, these guys are both putting everything on the line.
It's close, but how do you feel that you guys are doing? You winning?
Yeah, I think it's close. I think it's close. I think we're up by 1 at least.
Edgar Hassel.
Thank you so much, guys. Bohachuk enjoying a little bit of a rally there during that interview, but back comes Ortiz trying to stop that momentum in its tracks.
Yeah, Bohachuk was landing some really good shots right there. Clean shots.
You heard the corner of Bohachuk speculating that Ortiz might be getting tired. Gabe, do you see any evidence to support that?
You know, out of both fighters, it does seem that Vergil's a little more fatigued. The pace, it looks like it's kind of getting to Vergil a little bit. There's, you know, the intensity of his punches are not the same. Will he catch his second win?
Couple more snapping jabs from Ortiz as he falls short with that right hand, and that'll do it for round 7. So round 8 begins. We enter interesting territory in this fight. Remember earlier in our broadcast, Beto Duran was speaking with Ring Magazine editor Dougie Fisher, and he speculated, as others have too, that if the fight could get to this territory, into the later rounds, that perhaps it then becomes a Bohachuk fight.
You know, that could be true. The thing that I see now with Vergil is he wants to hurt Bohachuk so bad that the shots are coming at the same speed. So now is allowing Bohachuk to read the rhythm of Vergil where he can brace for these punches. Vergil needs to go back to setting shots up, changing the speed, where then he can catch Bohachuk when he least expects it.
Hard right hand down the middle from Bohachuk a moment ago, and then a nice uppercut as well, but Ortiz comes over the top with a right hand of his own.
See,
nice left hook, and Ortiz says no, but I think the gloves touch the ground.
5, 6, 7.
Wow, that happened so quick, I didn't even see the shot.
The second knockdown of the fight, and Ortiz is fired up, but they all count the same. Bohachuk with 2 knockdowns now in this fight.
You know, the shot that's working for Vergil is the overhand right. So Vergil needs to figure out a way of how he can set that shot up and hurt Bohachuk. Because right now, there's 2 knockdowns in the favor of Bohachuk. That's 10-8 rounds.
2 10-8 rounds for Bohachuk.
And it's a close fight. See that overhand right there from Vergil? That's the money shot. Vergil has to set that up.
Ortiz.
Vergil has him hurt. Vergil has him hurt.
Trying to get it back.
Oh!
Ortiz is going wild here in the 8th round.
And this is why you love Vergil Ortiz. The man goes down, gets back up, and he's going for the kill.
Ortiz was on the floor and he bounced back, looking to get it back immediately. Nice body shot there from Bohachuk. Ortiz trying to break through with massive uppercuts.
Vergil's looking for that big overhand right.
Down.
Setting it up, trying to set it up with them jabs.
Final 10 seconds
Whoa.
of a brutal and fascinating
Bohachuk's hurt.
Bohachuk feeling that right hand. What a round!
He got grubby, losing his head.
When you lose his head, you stay smart.
So you stay
Man,
smart.
it was so. Well, you know, Vergil was throwing a shot, so he kind of lost his balance, but he did get clipped. See, right here, the shot lands, he throws his hook, and he kind of loses his balance, but.
Second down.
In real time, it's a knockdown.
Here we go.
But then here's Vergil sitting on his shots. He had Bohachuk hurt bad with that overhand right. And Vergil right back at him, not letting him breathe.
Ortiz might have been on the canvas technically in that previous round, but he's fighting like he's the one who scored a knockdown in the last round, like he's the one who has the momentum, and he feels like he has something here. He is back on the inside where he hasn't spent a whole lot of time over the last couple rounds.
And you know, Vergil has that pressure on him where he's, you know, he has 2 knockdowns where he's like, man, I need these last rounds. I need these rounds.
Yeah, banking rounds is extremely important.
Stay off his head.
Ortiz has not been in this position really before.
Oh!
Hard right hand from Ortiz. You can hear that one.
Man, Bohachuk has a chin. He's taking some big overhand rights.
Straight right hand down the middle there from Bohachuk. Trying to keep Ortiz off him, but right now is just trying to maul his opponent. See the blood leaking down from underneath the eye of Vergil Ortiz now. This has been a brutal high contact fight that in some ways has looked exactly like we thought it would, in others entirely different.
Oh, that was a good left hook right there by Bohachuk.
Good uppercut from Bohachuk as well. Chance of Ortiz starting to rain down here in the Michelob Ultra Arena as a left hook from Bohachuk rains down.
Vergil needs to watch out for that straight right hand because he's jabbing with that lead hand real low. And Bohachuk has a sharp right hand.
Hard right hand again there from Bohachuk. He is lining that one up. Now Ortiz saying, okay, the jabbing isn't working. Let's just go back to warfare instead. Final 20 seconds of round 9.
Nice body shot by Vergil. Doubling up. Left hook to the body.
Another big right hand from Bohachuk breaks through. Round 10 begins. Vergil Ortiz has talked for a couple fights now about how there's more to his game, that he has things that he hasn't shown yet. Because frankly, he's never had to.
Yeah.
What you heard Robert Garcia talking about in the corner, don't throw one shot, don't load up, that's worked throughout his entire career.
Yeah.
No one's been able to stand up to those shots. But tonight, Bohachuk has, and Ortiz is looking for answers.
Well, that's the thing, you know, Bohachuk knows him so well that he's able to mentally prepare himself for what Vergil brings to the table. And when you can do that, you can take these shots. It's a mental game. Both guys loading up on hooks right there.
See the CompuBox totals for power punches. Vergil Ortiz outlanding Bohachuk 132 to 110 to this point. Bohachuk outthrowing Ortiz in that category.
And I like this pace for Vergil. but instead of throwing one big shot, just, you know, throw some decoy shots, jab in between, and then land that one big shot.
With more on both corners, or from both corners, excuse me, let's send it back over to Beto.
The corner of Vergil Ortiz, his dad with simple instructions. He said, you have to win the next 3 rounds. Asked him why. He said, because we have to. Simple as that. In the corner of Bohachuk, they said, we're the champion. We have the advantage. We're breaking him down. We're looking good.
Thank you so much, Beto. You know, we've heard that conversation a lot, especially in the wake of Crawford Madrimov, about that champion's advantage and what some people feel the champion is owed. I don't know that you can bank on that necessarily, Gabe.
No, you know, one thing is, look, it's a close fight. Yeah, Bohachuk has 2 knockdown rounds, but it's a close fight. Both fighters are having their moments. That's a great setup shot right there by Vergil.
Ortiz said that he expected this fight to be gritty, to be nasty, but I don't know that he expected that it would be this gritty, this nasty, this difficult for him here tonight.
And what Vergil's doing right now, where he's tapping, landing shots, not loading up, it's bothering Bohachuk and it's throwing off the rhythm. And he's landing really good shots.
I think you're right, David, and he's putting enough on that jab that Bohachuk has to respect.
Yes,
it's not just clicking.
Exactly. This is a great rhythm right now for Vergil.
It's right hand over
and that right hand hurt Bohachuk. That right hand hurt him. And the reason it hurt him is because Vergil's making the adjustment of boxing and setting up the big shot.
You give me the finish with 3 or 4 punch combinations.
Right here, Vergil just closing the distance. Right there, he tapped his hand, his lead hand down to open up that overhand right. Great, smart move. Crafty tactic right there. And Bohachuk's coming with that right uppercut, finishing with the left hook. It's a great round for both fighters, but I feel that Vergil kind of controlled the pace of that last round.
Seconds out. Let's go.
This fight could very much depend on what happens in these final 2 rounds. 2 knockdowns officially scored by Bohachuk, so you know he's got 2 10-8 rounds in the bank.
And you know, Vergil, you can see he wants to hurt him bad. He's starting off the round with 2 big overhand rights. But go back to your boxing. Go back to setting traps. Go back to that jab, just as he's doing now. This rhythm right here is throwing Bohachuk off. See, this is great boxing right here, where Vergil's making adjustments, jabbing to the body, jabbing the top.
Well, it's provided, if you're Ortiz and you're his corner, if you feel you can win this fight on the scorecards, this might be the best approach, because has he hurt Bohachuk? Maybe, but he hasn't had him in trouble. Those are 2 very different things.
For sure.
So I don't know that you can depend on just going all out as he was earlier in this fight and going for it that way.
And I think that the opportunity of getting the knockout is greater with setting traps rather than applying pressure, because when you apply pressure, Bohachuk can brace for those big punches.
Right.
Where now these shots are sneaky, is the shot you don't see coming is a shot that hurts you. That's a good right hand right there by Bohachuk.
Ortiz tries to come back with body shots. Stiff jab from Bohachuk a moment ago as well.
Keep him up, keep him up.
Wow,
Chopping right hand from Bohachuk. Another good right hand from him. But back hook Ortiz, and that left hook might have Bohachuk.
Oh, he's hurt.
Bohachuk on wobbly legs. Vergil Ortiz fighting through the fire all night long.
Man, you gotta love the heart of Bohachuk. He's been hurt several times in this fight, and he stays on his feet and he fights back.
Inside the final minute of round 11, has Ortiz finally cracked Bohachuk. Bohachuk has looked like a cyborg all night long, just constantly pressing forward, non-stop volume. And he seems to have recovered somewhat, Gabe.
And I like that Vergil realized that and went right back to boxing.
Big right hand from Bohachuk, and another one.
Boom. And Vergil right back, left hook to the body, right hand up top.
Just otherworldly recuperative abilities from Bohachuk, getting buzzed by one of the biggest punchers in boxing and coming back. Titanic right hands. What a round of boxing.
Man, that was a great round.
Well, every once in a while, fights live up to the promotional hoopla around them, but not often do they actually exceed them. And that is what we're seeing right now. A spectacular fight between Bohachuk and Ortiz. And it will come down to the ground as Ortiz has Bohachuk off balance once more.
Bohachuk's hurt bad. He's wobbling. He's wobbling around the ring. Can Vergil finish him?
Bohachuk's heart will not betray him, but his legs might. Wobbled in the opening minute of the final round, but still pressing forward.
And you know what's creating these opportunities for Vergil? The adjustment of boxing. That's what you see in great fighters.
Look at that right hand from Bohachuk!
Oh, 2 right hands by Bohachuk. 3 right hands by Bohachuk.
Quick! Stop! Stay off his head. Give me some tape. Time!
And a break in the momentum for some loose tape on the glove of Vergil Ortiz. This may benefit Bohachuk.
Yeah, I think so.
Time in!
Minute 37 remaining in this contest. High drama here in Las Vegas.
Stay off his head.
2 knockout artists going toe-to-toe, giving and taking one another's best shots.
Man.
Quick!
I don't know what's keeping Bohachuk up. He's been getting hit with that overhand right all day.
Bohachuk trying to carry that lead hand high, trying to guard against that same shot, but it's his right hand that's now breaking through. They trade right hands on the inside as we're inside the final minute.
Oh, great counter hand.
Wicked body shot from Ortiz. The right hand to the body, and Bohachuk is backing up. The crowd here in Las Vegas.
Both fighters, big heart, big will.
Well, this crowd is getting their dollar's worth. Every cent that they paid for their ticket here tonight.
Quick! I'm here.
These guys are making it worth it. Final 10 seconds. Ortiz and Bohachuk are just built different. What a fight!
Wow. Right here, Vergil landing that good right hand, finishing to the body. Bohachuk just throwing back, firing away. Right there, he loses his balance. Vergil trying to set a trap, but he gets caught with that right hand, dead in the chin.
We're gonna find out if he was right.
All right, Las Vegas, let's make some noise. All action across 12 championship rounds this evening with that WBC hardware on the line. We now go to the judges' scorecards. Max DeLuca scored this contest 113-113, a draw. Overruled by David Sutherland and Steve Weisfeld, who each had it 114-112 in favor of your winner by majority decision, and the new WBC interim super welterweight champion of the world from Grand Prairie, Texas, the undefeated Vergil Ortiz